Hey there, here's the quick video I promised I was going to make showing the full process of getting a TTF font into Unity and then from there generating the texture atlas and the font XML file that's basically needed to generate the custom object that we need to use that font inside the TextMesh Pro module that I created. So we're going to pick our font here, Jokerman. I'm going to drag it into Unity. So now it's inside Unity, which is that simple. From there, we're going to open our TextMesh Pro font creator panel. We're going to select this font, Jokerman. From there, we're going to pick auto sizing so we maximize the layout of the characters inside the texture atlas. We'll pick a padding of 8. As you suggested, I split up the horizontal and vertical resolution. So for example, if we wanted this to be a 512 by 1024, we can do that, and as you see, the window resizes to show the 512 by 1024. We're going to pick which character set, so we could pick ASCII, lowercase, whatever, but I'll stick to ASCII. And we could, as I showed in a previous video, we could generate bold, italic, whatever, and actually let's just pick outline, get a 2-pixel outline, and hit preview. So here's our font. We can see that the 2-pixel outline for a font that's 79 in point size is probably too big. So what we're going to do is increase the texture atlas. Well, I could have reduced the size, but I just want to show the larger resolution. So we'll go to 1K by 2K. We'll stick to 2. Now, as you can see, the window is still the same size. So we're still seeing 512 by 1024. So the texture will be scaled in there. I didn't want to scale this because we can go up to 4K by 4K where it would exceed the size of my screen. So I keep this there as a preview. So if I simply go preview atlas, now we can see, it's higher res and we have like our 2-pixel edge on it. As a matter of fact, let's increase it to 3 and hit preview, and we got it. So once we're satisfied with what we've got, and it turned out to be 191 point size, we're going to save the texture. We give it a name. In this case, we'll keep the default Jokerman name, which is the name of the font that we used to begin with. And I'm going to click save. Once we hit save, we can see that the texture has been created or saved. The XML font data has been created. We basically have our material, and then we have a custom object that basically TextMesh Pro needs that references these assets that we just created. Now I'm just going to change these 2 settings, which are there for dealing with distance field, which is how we were simulating bold by modifying the alpha value of the second channel. But right now, since we're not doing the distance field, I just need to tweak those. So I'll close this window because we don't need it. I'll just bring up the TextMesh Pro, which is right here. I'm going to change the font to this new Jokerman one that we created right here. And now we can see on screen that we now have this font. Now it's too big, so what we can do is first I'll change the line wrapping back to 120 so we can see it here. And there we have it. So that's basically it in terms of what I was going to show. So as you know, we can change the size, and since we have line wrapping, it's wrapping on different lines. We can obviously change the character width, the line spacing. We can change the justification to center, right, and justified. Go back to left. And in this case, it's going to be harder to see, but obviously we can texture our font. So I'll pick some thing that I guess we'll be able to see, like this black and white texture. And if I zoom in, we can see that now the font has the texture on it. So anyway, so that's the quick demo of how we get a font TTF directly into Unity and then convert it so we can use it with TextMesh Pro. Hopefully that makes sense, and if you have any suggestions or feedback, let me know. Thanks.